Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's up, Gorecasters? Welcome back here to the Gorecast with me, Johnny Deadly, and my ragtag bunch of misfits to the downs and ups and rights of me. Buzz, Carter, and Giz.
All directions.
We're the Brady bunch of bloodshed.
That fucking ignore that Godzilla. What you saw on the screen. That you don't know what that's there. That's for later. Right? No peeking.
No peeking.
Surprises. Anyway, we're back. It's Thursday, so as is usual with our group chat Thursdays. Sorry about the lack of shows. Tuesday and Sunday we had a lot of editing going on Sunday, so it just wasn't attainable to get it up and running with the computer being a fuckwit that it is, you goddamn. And there was also a bit of bad news in relation to American Horrors, and we didn't feel it was the right time to be doing a zesty upbeat show on Tuesday. So we are here today. We have 3 lovely movies from late 2020 for you, or is one of them 2021? No, they're all 2020. Yeah.
No, they're all
We're going to be talking about Scare Me, not the one you think it is, because we found that out to our surprise. Even when I looked up the oh no, I changed it. I changed the opening paragraph.
I noticed that on Amino it was changed, but on Facebook it was.
No, it never went out with the original opening article from Giz. I changed it.
Gotcha.
I caught all things.
You.
Yeah, so it's not the Scare Me you think it is. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Even when I was looking for the trailer, as I was saying, I think it's a free movie on YouTube. It's Indie Free Films, I think, is the name of the channel and production company. But I even saw a load of people in the comments feed slightly irate that they were like, I tuned in for Scare Me, and this is not the one that I thought I was tuning in for.
Well, at least we weren't the only ones, so I guess it makes us a little
We're also
better.
going to be talking about Butchers, which is an entertaining little movie. Slow, but an entertaining little movie. I liked it. I had a slight issue with its branding. That'd be about the only thing. And lastly, after that, many, many years ago, David Cronenberg had a son. He made a movie named Brandon. Young Brandon has gone off and made a movie. And you know what? From what I've seen of it, it's quite good. I'm about 10 minutes away from the end, but unfortunately, showtime. And I said, seeing as computers and things are working, evidently today, I might as well try and get out on time, which is why we're here on time. I need a countdown and everything. Shut up, Giz. Shut up.
Dude.
Shut up.
Really?
No. But
Giz.
What the?
Like, that's right up there
As is
with what's the
customary.
worst that could happen.
No, hang on a minute. Hang on. Buzz already jinxed this earlier on by saying stuff, and
Yeah,
did
Buzz
I
doesn't
say?
have an inherent.
you
Buzz
said
doesn't have
something
an
encouraging.
inherent issue where his general aura fucks technology up.
Yeah. My normal fucking up
I'm
comes
special.
of
I don't-
like
I don't know. Do you want
like
to?
things
What
fall
would we call
over.
it? An electromagnetic field of anger. It's sort of a general computer.
I've been referred to as a walking EMP.
A general
before.
computer destroying pissed mist. Any of those multiple descriptions will be. Oh look, there it goes.
Ooh, I like that one. That's
Streams
my
down,
favorite.
and we're back. Okay, yeah, it went down for a second. You saw nothing. No one saw anything. Okay, let's stop talking about this. The minute you talk about gizzes and these things, this is like that Friday the 13th movie that we won't mention all over again, or that time that I called Bloomhouse a certain.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for you
I'm
to say
sorry,
it.
that was just too coincidental. The timing of that, I can't even. I can't let it slide. Thanks for watching the show, though. If you're still watching, I don't normally call it. I'm usually not overly miffed with your movies. Normally,
Sorry, I just remembered the news bit that we didn't get to do during the week that I was going to be angry about, but it's probably
we'll
better
save
that
that
we
for
don't do it.
Sunday.
Oh,
Well, you can talk
That's right,
about it
I
if you
forgot
want before
about that.
we move on out of the news bits, or do you want to start with that? Because no,
It's Buzz's news.
Do you want? I'm assuming you were going to talk about Mortal Kombat, were you? I don't have a picture for Mortal Kombat, but do you want to mention it? Because I was so busy this week, I didn't even get to see what your issues with the thing were.
yeah, I was curious.
Because I had
So
hopes.
we've gotten
I'll just
story
do this.
details. Yeah,
That's my
we've
Mortal
gotten
Kombat.
we've gotten story details for the new movie out, and for anyone that's a fan of the series, and that's pretty much anyone looking to go and see the film, it's not good news.
Yeah, if you can.
It's not good news, people. For one
What do you mean a
thing,
fan of the series, of the web series?
well, for one thing, no, of the games,
Right.
of anything really.
Right. Go on.
See, in my
I thought you were talking about like the series, not necessarily the games and shit.
anything. In my opinion, one of the biggest and most glaring and obvious points that people don't have any faith in the product they're about to do, or a video game to movie translation, is when they decide to give up on the 11 different computer games worth of characters in favor of making up some dude no one's ever heard of to be the main character in your Mortal Kombat movie.
Are you?
Oh no.
Yeah, they're up to
Cole
like
King.
11 or 12 fucking games.
Cole King is apparently some mixed martial artist who's used to getting the crap kicked out of him, because I don't know if he gets paid off or he's just shit.
This is
He mysteriously has
this is going
King
to be
is his name.
I am getting
Cole,
and I was so looking. Oh God! Oh, it's happening. No, it's happening. It's happening.
So
Sorry,
was
I'm getting. I'm getting real. I'm getting real Dragon Ball Z vibes off of this now. All of a sudden, and I'm not fucking happy about it whatsoever. Go on.
It gets worse.
It finally popped in my head.
So here's the thing, right? So like I said, Cole King, he's this mixed martial artist. I don't know if he's shit or he's getting paid off, but he's used
Well,
to
he's
getting a
obviously
hot team.
shit.
Apparently he has like some dragon tattoo or birthmark or something like that. That means he's one of the That means he's one of the chosen ones. So Shang Tsung goes ahead and sends Sub-Zero after him and his family.
And so he's going to be
And
our
then he meets
hero.
this really adorable
And
old man
then
that owns a fucking shop that's played by insert Asian well-known martial artist here.
I can't
And I believe does he find a load
I
of
can't
Dragon
remember
Balls with
if
the Mortal
it's-
Kombat logo on them?
I can't remember if it's Sonya Blade or
It's Jax,
he
because I
runs
have a
into
vague
first,
recollection of
but
you going,
whoever
the
he
arms
runs
look
into
shitter in this than they did in the other movie.
No, hang on, dude. Whoever he runs into first points him in the direction of the other one, who then points them in the direction of Raiden, who's training Liu Kang and Kung Lao, because apparently all of these people have the same dragon tattoo. Sonya, Jax, blah 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 blah. They're all chosen. They have to be in the tournament. And now Cole has to train with Liu Kang and Kung Lao and be pushed to the limit so that he can find his inner power and compete in the tournament.
Are you sure you're not talking about the girl with the dragon tattoos?
I don't
Did
know
get
how
mixed
you
up?
would. I'll
Pretty
tell
sure I
you
did.
that's not
like,
the
it's
plot of
been
the girl
since-
with the dragon
Now,
tattoo.
hang on. I'm
Damn it.
really really, really, really hoping that what we've gotten here is basically another, in my opinion, Sonic the Hedgehog swerve, whereby we are presented with what is glaringly a shit product that everyone's going to have a problem with in order to get people talking about the product that you've actually gotten right and you're waiting to bring out. That's always been my theory with Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm not changing it. And hopefully that's the case in this, because otherwise we have a really shit live-action Mortal Kombat movie, but it's okay, lads. It's okay. So hopefully we'll still get the animated stuff like Scorpion's Revenge that was actually...
Oh, that shit was boss, dude. Scorpion's Revenge was fucking badass.
Unfortunately, the next Mortal Kombat live-action movie already looking like it's going to be absolute fucking bollocks.
Dude, and I mean, like, it's been since like 97 since we got our last. I was really looking forward to this.
This could be a swerve. They could be sending out all this stuff because they deliberately want to get people like me and ye ticked off because, once again, they're pissing all over the entire genre that, oh, this is so popular, we should turn it into a movie. Cool. Let's stick with the story that people love. Nah, let's just make up our own shit.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't give Hollywood that kind of smart.
Super Mario Brothers, Dead or Alive, fucking nearly Sonic the Hedgehog, except, like I said, they changed the visual. Anytime they've gone for a computer game to movie transition, they have decided to go away with all the stuff that actually brought the fucking popularity to the dance and just make up shit because they think they can get away with it.
If you want to make, which
is why I'm not surprised
if you want to make a
Mortal
good Mortal
Kombat
Kombat
goes this
movie,
way.
there's a very easy way of doing it. There's a really good series online, good original movie that was made that just had some little flaws here and there. Can you not find some compromise between both of them?
What was that?
Or just take a look at the last 3 games, which have very good
literally
stories
just follow
in their
one of the game
modes.
stories. Literally.
Or just
the benefit of having a game franchise that's so well known, not unlike Sonic the Hedgehog, is people know what the story is with the character already. Like, they spend very little time with Sonic's backstory, and it was all about the actual adventure. Do you know what I mean? You saw he was in this land. Like, granted, now there was a slight change in backstory, but his actual, canon backstory that shows up in the movie is very brief. People already know it.
You're always going to have to make small differences. I accept that.
No, but what I mean is, like, when you have characters that are as well known as the whole Mortal Kombat franchise, you don't need to start going back to base one. People know what the fuck Mortal Kombat is. It's one of the most popular games on the planet.
Well, but they're trying to cater to 2 audiences. They don't think they're going to make enough money off of the gamer audience, so they want to, like, I mean, you look at the MCU.
And they're delusional.
They relaunched everybody so that they could get the non-comic book readers in there and make double the money.
Most of what they're planning to do at this stage in regards to Mortal Kombat, if they don't think that they're going to get the gamer money or the pop culture money, let's be fair here, because that's what it is. You're forgetting the age of the nerd. Everyone has now heard of Mortal Kombat. Everyone's now heard of the Marvel stuff. Okay, admittedly now, and they're able to expand and all that. It's the reason that DC has shot themselves in the foot with Wonder Woman 84, rather than sticking to their guns, which is DC being darker than Marvel always has been, always will be. They decided, people aren't really getting into the dark stuff.
I'm stopping that DC conversation right fucking now before that starts off again. Because we already covered. I know he's right, but we literally already covered this on one show last week where I had to still turn around and go, whoa, we're not even talking. That's not even anything to do with what we're watching tonight. Anyway, from one movie franchise that is based on a video game that looks like it's going to be shit to a fucking new starting franchise of a video game that looks like it's going to be fucking awesome. Take it away, Buzz. Do you see how I did that segue, bitches? Boom.
Segue. Listen here, people. We got some games to talk about. The Shore. It's coming out.
I would love
you want to know what it's
about?
I can tell you because I wrote stuff down. It is presented with a Lovecraftian style and mythology. The Shore centers on the mystery of the unknown and on a forbidden island. You play as Andrew, a father, who, after being run ashore on said island, is now searching for his lost daughter. All the while, you'll be encountering the most nightmarish Lovecraftian entities and must battle to maintain your sanity through it all. And this will be releasing February 19th. Ooh. Places, because that's all I have.
No, we're not.
Frozen?
Computer?
Is it in the article?
Oh, okay.
I could be. I don't have the article in front of me. I just wrote it down.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting.
How do you feel about some Lovecraftian goodness there, everybody, in the video games?
Well, I'll be honest. I'm looking at the trailer, and that is one big ass looking Dagon Dagon-like thing that he was dealing with. So that's pretty cool. And
those
I think that's a
graphics look fucking sick.
maybe.
Which is why I'm asking what's it on, because I was like, that definitely looks like a PC or a PS5. Further.
Yeah, but to be fair to Buzz, these days most games end up getting released on all the platforms because they're all super visually.
Well, it depends.
I'm very confident in saying the computer. That's where I'm
now that the PS5's out, a lot less shit's going to start coming out on PS4.
I won't lie to you. I'd say February 19th. Unreal Engine, so it's very quite possibly in PS4. Yeah, it doesn't say. Or maybe it does say, and I just can't see. God damn it. Stupid logos.
Hi, Sweet Rabbit. Welcome to the thing. I'm already fucking up news bits.
Here, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll move on to the next news bit, and then you can. It'll give me a bit of time to figure this scenario out, and I can let everyone know what it'll be on momentarily.
It does look like it could be a decent mystery game.
As long as it doesn't end up like that game you and I were playing.
Sure.
Call of Cthulhu.
See, the thing is that worked exactly the way it was supposed to work. It's just that you didn't realize how it's straight Call of Cthulhu. It's not pulp. So
I'll pretend I know what you're on about.
Okay, so survival horror.
Anyway, next news bit. We got news bit.
News bit. Come True is the name of the movie. And the film stars Julia Sarah Stone as a teenager seeking help for nightmares, only to unleash dark forces from within. An early review of the movie has been out, and it says that the film is a true artistic achievement. Everything about the film's playful use of neon colors, its retro futuristic visual aesthetic, that's a lot of words to say at once, its synth-heavy score, and its generally unsettling depiction of nightmares all combine to make the film a must-watch. Hits VOD on March 12th.
Which that name was?
Come True. I had to go back.
Come True.
I have Come True, but sure. Come something with a T. Through
that
True.
Just opens the door to a lot of shit.
Yes. A lot of coming.
Yeah, dude, I can't find it either. I see
Well, at least I don't feel bad now that everybody else is failing on finding it.
So on Google it's saying Windows, so it's definitely PS.
Yeah, I know for sure it's a PC and Steam.
I was right. The computer. Yes.
Oh, it's a little victories, right, bro?
You can play it on the computer.
Straight in your whorish mouth.
Why? I was trying to fill in the gaps while you guys were looking at things. No one was saying anything.
Yeah, it's out on the computer, evidently.
I'm talking about you guys. Let's see. Check your local computers to find it.
So I got February 19th.
Yep, that's what I see.
On the wish list for Steam right now.
Steam, which is found on your computer.
I'll look it up on Steam. Give me a
Yes. You have won this round, Buzz.
Where are you looking it up on Steam at? On your computer? Damn it. Well, your phone is kind of a little mini computer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
It's on your big and mini computers, everybody. February 19th.
It's not though. It's probably only on your big computers. February 19th.
Okay, well,
Anyway,
February 19th.
are you finished talking about that movie?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, right. Next up, Godzilla versus Kong. Good news, and then evidently
Yes.
more good news than what I already know.
Yes. So Godzilla versus Kong was a casualty of last year's. You know what? We're pushing everything back. Well, guess what? It got pushed forward instead of backwards. Come on, people. We can't take this excitement. Let me tell you what's going on. Godzilla vs. Kong moved up, originally slated for release last year. The film was moved to May of 2021. Now Godzilla vs. Kong is slated for release March 26th. Will hit theaters and HBO Max on March 26th. As I said, very similar to Wonder Woman 84. So the first month it will be on HBO Max, and then it will leave HBO Max like a dove in the sky and just be in theaters. Second bit of good news, trailer will be released this Sunday.
Oh,
Boom.
what time? Giz and I, Giz and I will be reviewing it Sunday. So
I completely zoned out. What happened?
It's on the computer. That's where you can find it.
Buzz was talking and I was reading. What?
Everything that was important was coming out of my mouth, so you should have heard it then.
At the time,
I heard you.
There was no time. It just said Sunday. Just check your computer, and it will tell you.
What was Sunday?
The trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong.
Why was that so hard? Thank you.
I said that. Well, I said a lot of things, so I don't know what you were specifically talking about.
I know you say shit, dude.
I like having this thing here. I can just yell and just like, bleh, gives me more, like, I can move my arms like a wild man.
Like, I actually thought you were talking about, like, the release of something with the way they were happy. Trailer.
I mean, it is the release of the trailer.
He was. The film is going to be out on March 26th with the trailer coming out on Sunday.
Oh,
Correct.
The way you guys were happy, I thought the movie came out, like, Sunday or some shit.
No, the movie's coming out 2 months earlier than we thought it would be coming out. That's why we are happy.
Right, no.
It's going to be on your computer. This is not a good thing for me to have.
What bit of the news didn't you get, Carter? I just need all of us. Again, if that's all right. Just from the top would be great.
And then completely and utterly underwhelmed by us. That is.
First bit of news. Let's recap the news. A Lovecraftian video game might be out on your computer. Not 100% sure. Coming out February 19th. Second story. Some movies coming out. March something. No one cares. Or maybe it was March. Yes, March 12th. Yes. Third, last up, we have Godzilla vs. Kong. It will be released on March 26th instead of sometime in May, because I just said May 2021. Trailer to be released on Sunday. There's your updates. I'm Buzz. Have a good day on your computer.
I'd say, just call me, from a rough ear of doing sound for a numerous amount of years, I'd say you could probably sit back from the mic just a little bit.
Or just not yell at it either, too.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, you told me to be close to it. That's what I did.
Yeah, but when you were close to it, you weren't screaming down the fucking microphone.
I'm sorry. I'm very excited about the fucking video game being on my computer.
It's a movie. Oh, that video game on your computer? Ah, God.
Yes, it's on my computer.
Got me saying it now.
I will say, though, talk about fucking delays. I heard they pushed back Black Widow again.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yes, that was. It was told that was going to happen, but it hasn't been officially announced yet. So we don't want to say anything until it's officially announced.
Why?
I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't.
Sorry.
I wasn't yelling.
All right. I get what's happening now. Okay, that's cool. I love when people take what I say and just go as literal with what I say as is humanly possible. What's the complete polar opposite to what I've just done? I'm just talking to the microphone.
I'm trying to get my ASMR side gig going on here.
Punch you in your pirate.
No, I want to punch you.
Listen to the GoreCast. It's on your computer.
Oh, no, I don't know how people listen. God, no.
Dude, I don't get that
No,
shit.
it actually just fucking no.
It fucking creeps me out. It's uncomfortable.
Do you see the ones that do? Do
If
you see
I
the
just
ones that do
stop- if I just
ASMR
start
mukbang?
chills down your spines.
Do you see the ones?
If I sent
Do you see the ones that?
Go ahead.
I know that's because
Good.
I was talking. Do you know where? Have you seen the ones who do the ASMR mukbang as well, where it's just like they whisper into the mic and then they just eat food into the mic? It's like, bro, why? Why? I'm not even. I'm not even going to go on my rant of if like five.
Dude, and I don't understand how there's such a big audience for that shit. I just like it. It unnerves
Like,
me.
should we start making dinner before we
No.
do the show, and we just like eat dinner while doing the podcast? If anyone in the audience thinks that's the way to go, by all means, let me know.
See, okay, and Bree says that sad thing is I listen to ASMR, but only for sleeping. I could not fucking go to sleep to that shit, dude. So it's like breathing and white noise.
Yeah, but she also says that she hates the eating ones, though. So
Okay, but I don't know, dude. Just go to sleep. Like, I just could not get fucking comfortable with that shit, dude.
Also,
unless it's metal music or violence, you can't sleep.
to answer Rabbit's question, yes, I have been drinking. Just thinking.
Shit.
So yeah, if I sent chills down your spines,
Yeah,
you're welcome.
I didn't like it.
You can buy,
send a
you can
chill down
buy
my
my.
spine.
I won't lie to you. I actually felt violated, and I don't know why.
Right?
And he didn't like it.
No, it like
You
literally
probably
made my
could
spine
sue.
go, oh no. That's what that was. That wasn't me.
And, like, I
That wasn't
don't
me acting up.
understand-
My spine went, you do not like this.
And I don't understand why we like seek out people to like tap their nails on a table. Like
He
I can do
literally,
that shit
he
at
literally
home. Like,
turned
I
me
don't-
into
I
an
was-
inflatable arm flailing tube man. Though brief as it was.
It's a Bailey bunny.
Crazy sales.
Dude, Bree says she even has a playlist. Like
Well, you need to add my jam to your playlist because I'm going to be jamming it up. I don't know,
go lay down.
but you can find it on your computer.
Right. Anyway, movies. We have movies. Yeah. Move.
Oh, thank you,
Yep. I always come prepared. I knew we'd need movies at some stage. Are you trying to ASMR paper?
All right.
It's a long movie, but
Out of the ashtray.
Right.
So we're starting with scary.
Yeah. First movie up we have is Scare Me from 2020. Not to be confused with the other Scare Me from 2020.
we
Oh
were
fuck
confused.
me, were we confused?
And I mean, like, maybe it's just me being an asshole, but like, if I'm gonna put a film out, I want to be able to like make it stand on it. Like, I don't want to have a confusion like this where there's like 2 or 3 films of the same
It's
name.
not just
Maybe they
Yeah,
just
that-
didn't know.
it's not just 2 or 3 films of the same name. It's 2 movies of the same name and plot, except that one happens at a campfire and the other one happens at a fucking cabin. Kind of.
But the one we watched though has a lot more to it. The other one's just them in a cabin. Bullshit. We have like so much more weird shit. in
It
this
does have a lot more to it. Is it well explained? I'm reluctant to say. Anyway, there's a group of
God,
kids that
no.
are after going up into the woods and they're all telling scary stories to each other. And as you can imagine in a horror anthology, each of those scary stories represents a little short film that we have in the overall span of the movie. So one story is about this woman who does a podcast with a guy. Her friend shows up in the door after getting shot, wink, while out in the woods.
Well, it's not,
What?
not her friend. It's just some dude.
She knew his name and everything.
No, she asked
Okay,
his name.
Some dude shows up at her door. That's even worse. Some dude shows up at
I was going to say, that doesn't make
sorry,
it better.
some dude shows up at her door. When I heard her screaming his name up the stairs, I was like, okay, maybe I missed some sort of bond of friendship there. Okay, right. So anyway,
She asked his name
yeah,
before letting him
some
in.
dude. That's the least you can do before some random fuck shows up at your door with a bullet hole in him. Anyway.
Right.
He's been shot. She puts him upstairs. She finishes her podcast. Then she starts to get a little bit worried about John for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I said that like that either. John.
I think it was just because he
Yeah.
got quiet.
I think it was
because
because
he
he
started
was
making
making
weird
noises.
Yeah.
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 John-
He was transforming.
I
John
thought, like
does-
he had been moaning. and stopped,
John
so
does a bit of a
she's like,
werewolf transformation, and that was okay actually. To be honest, as werewolf transformations on a very low budget go, it wasn't bad, and the werewolf looked cool. So I was like, bonus. But they go up and they have a confrontation, and that's the end of that. Without me trying to get into the other thing. Another one is some cops are out and about. They get called to a dispute outside of a motel. Not everything is as appears with said people outside of the motel. And shit goes awry, to say the least. I really liked this one. My only issue with this was that I was like, at no point can you make me believe that this is security camera footage. Or fucking footage, or footage off the front of a cop car. It was like, dude, put some fucking fuzz on it. Do something. Like, I mean, it's so much easier to make footage look bad than make bad footage look good.
Well, and I mean, because like they were trying to use the cop's camera, so like you don't turn and like look up at something. You know what I mean? Like you should have still been focused this way when we were like looking on top of the building.
I really enjoy. I liked that one wholeheartedly because it actually had a start, middle, and end, which I really appreciated because some of them didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're like, well, how do we end it? I don't know. Just end it and go to the next segment.
Well, I mean, like the werewolf one was perfect example. Like it was just kind of we build more into her and this guy that she's talking to. Some dude comes to her door, and then like over.
Also, I'd like to see some dedication for a podcaster right there. Say, you know what? There's a guy shot in my fucking upstairs. I'm going to finish my fucking podcast, though.
That's I think fucking gusto I like to see in the crew, to be blatantly honest.
I will make sure next time somebody gets shot that we do finish.
Just shove them upstairs and then go back on about your show.
Okay.
Look, to be fair, most of the stories at least attempted to have some form of political or social commentary. That first one, the whole point is that your one is a survivalist. Even the podcast she's doing is talking about government conspiracies and, people, being roiled up. And the whole notion is that she is caught completely unawares by this situation. And despite her being having all this training apparently and being loaded to the gills with guns, let us not forget.
Though, that training and being loaded to the gill with guns does kind of work out in the end. Possibly, maybe.
Yeah.
We hope. I don't know.
Even the second one is kind of a commentary on you never know who your neighbors are.
The second one's the cops one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the one where the guy fucking a zombie.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry.
Right, then there's the guy who's fucking the zombie. That was a strange. That was.
Weird.
That's
do you know what bugged me about
it? I hate to say it, but I dug that one. Like that
I
was
liked
a really good surprise.
The only problem was it was like I wish I kind of got more of an actual story as to what was going on, if you know what I mean. It was very much like a scene out of a movie, if you know what I mean. I had no kind of context.
Well, because the guy was just getting bitched out on a phone and trips over some shit.
Yeah.
I really didn't feel there was a lot of enough to sell that segment.
Yeah,
on its own.
I also wouldn't have minded a little backstory as to where the zombie. I'm very aware of how the zombie got in the garage and how all of that scenario happened. I wouldn't mind where zombies came from, like a little news report, or was there a news report?
Because that that was just that fucking elephant in the room that everybody was just supposed to accept.
Which is funny because a couple of the stories started with that chick news reporter being
which was hilarious because it was the one where you could have very easily resolved a bit of backstory with the chick news reporter. I don't think had the chick news reporter.
The outbreak.
But look, at the end of the day, it's a bunch of people just telling shitty stories around a campfire. The idea of using people that they're familiar with as people in their stories is just a way of reinforcing the mental image of what you're telling them. It's the same as describing someone to look like somebody that you've seen for the sake of your listeners or your viewers getting a mental image. What I thought interesting was there is a subtle thing the whole way through, that the idea that people become so engrossed with the media that they kind of turn a blind eye to crap that's happening around them. They don't notice obvious things around them because they're too busy looking at phones and too busy keeping up with people who are doing crap just for the sake of getting other people's attention rather than because they're actually doing anything meaningful. But and I liked how there was kind of an overlying overall story.
I actually really dug the overall story, bar some very, very. I liked the overall story, and I liked what they were getting at there's just some bits that I was kind of like,
Okay.
when did any of this happen?
Because I mean, because I don't know, like I don't want to completely like sign off on it because like I did dig the story, but then like the story just goes not even like downhill. Like it was just kind of like, and here you go, and it was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, oh, I'm possessed, and my eyes are gone staticky, and then it's like, oh no, she's possessed. No, wait, we're all possessed, and then it's like, what the shit is actually going on?
Yeah, exactly.
We've got this whole town of people that
Because
are just
those
like,
people
hey,
definitely
we're
weren't
here.
possessed earlier, from what I understand.
Yeah, which I think is what I was talking about a while ago, the lead into the technology and people just becoming zombified and dulled out to the realities
Yeah, true.
around them.
But one guy,
think
one,
you were
The only
like,
one
one
that I
guy
noticed
stabbed
that
one of those
kind
people in the back, and
You-
then turned out to be one of those people. And
I
that's when I was like, what's going on? that up until then, I was kind of like, oh,
Like,
they're
you did-
plants. I
like-
get it. It's a whole thing or whatever. And then when your man ran over, stabbed your one in the back, and then he later on then is talking to your man as if they all know each other. And I was like, but they obviously don't know each other. And I was just like, what the?
It's a possessive
Right.
force.
So, okay, so if it's possessive force, why is the guy able to see
But
the fucking
what?
audience when
Like-
it turns around? That's got literally nothing to do with. It looked cool. Don't get me wrong. It looked really cool.
No, it
As
looked
end
cool.
shots
Shit,
go,
I
that's
dug
an
it.
awesome end shot.
Like,
Because we're all the audience watching the story.
huh?
We're all the audience watching the story.
Right. And
I-
can you tie that in there to the rest of the movie? Oh, I got what the shot was about. It's not the actual.
Right.
Because the entire film is a bunch of different stories being told. We are the audience witnessing these
Okay.
stories being
And
told.
how come some people
So,
are going?
just a bigger than I gave her.
How come some people
I just,
have shocky? Sorry, not shocky. Have snowy,
yeah.
fuzzy eyes. Okay.
Because as soon as they
Yeah.
become afraid of something, it opens them up. And then all of a sudden that whatever presence that's around
As
gets in
soon as they
through
become
the
afraid,
fear. They
What?
even say they even make a comment
Okay.
about it at one
Right.
point. Roger isn't afraid, so they
Okay.
can't get into Roger.
right?
I
And he
just,
isn't afraid because he's tripping balls and he's seeing the actual demonic, whatever you want to
So,
call it, force. the
Explain to
possessing
me.
force.
Explain to
Okay.
me
but
how the ranger lady, who had no reason to be scared of anything, showed up like a fucking snowy faced demon. And if you could also explain,
Because she was already
explain to me
possessed.
how evidently the other park ranger is the one turning them into snowy faced demons, and how
Thank
he is
you.
able to see the audience, and how that all ties together for me. Because as I said, this is my issue. There's loads of really
Also-
cool elements. There's just
also,
nothing that explains how they're all linked.
also your argument of like letting the fear in, and that's how all this big brained thing happens. The black dude that's hauling ass for his life, was that
Oh,
not letting the
because
fear
he was
in?
crying.
Like, how did he? Right, like how was he?
Because his
Okay,
reaction was to
enough.
fight it.
I won't lie to you.
Huh?
Giz is now
'Cause
just
his reaction was to
Giz
fight
is
it.
now just doing
Fight
this
or flight.
argumentative thing that he does, where he doesn't have any actual substance. He's
because-
just pulling whatever
okay.
he can out of his arse.
I'm not. Look, hang on a second. I'm not, because that's the way that I saw it. At the end of the day, anyone that like fought it, which would be the black dude and would be the jock, right? They weren't possessed.
the jock?
Roger wasn't possessed because he was
Yeah,
tripping
but the-
balls and was
but-
never afraid
but
in the
the
first
jock-
place.
But
The others
but the
all
jock,
had fear
the
at some
jock-
point.
but the jock,
Right, but the jock
yeah,
came
but the
part
jock
of it.
wasn't scared
Yeah.
at any stage. When? Right, he
Reinforcing my
wasn't
point.
scared.
Okay,
Yeah,
was already
he also
aggressive.
gets turned.
yeah, okay, but you're right. Your argument
At
is
the end of
fight
it,
or flight.
after he's committed a crime and becomes scared of what he's done.
Oh no!
I
no,
I
no,
mean,
no!
I-
Oh no, 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 no!
I didn't see fear. I saw,
Anger. Aggression.
fuck,
Murder.
what's my- no,
Moida.
regret.
What
Regret that
happens
he.
when the girl falls?
Yeah, regret. I saw regret and remorse.
Oh, sorry. That's
Fear.
there's
So, but
something that
then-
I wanted to talk about.
I don't
How
call
the fuck did that happen?
Okay, that one caught me.
I was literally like, I've never seen someone generate enough force by pulling someone's sleeve jacket to literally whip them up a forest like a spin top.
I mean, dude, he completely disrobed her in like just a small yank.
Yeah.
And she just. So yeah, I will say, especially because it was like a horrid fucking stump that she fell on. I was like,
how the stump functioned, I had no issues with. It was just the velocity she went at it at. I was like, what the fuck?
That's not
like a run and tackle ailment, not like a disrobing. Like, I feel like that would have been like, oh fuck, my back hurts more than a 8-inch.
Yeah.
And that was another weird thing was like how the ranger chick, like she knew everybody's name when
and
she
showed
was
up.
and then like that one
Because
like
they already
hippie
had-
chick or whatever, looked at her. She was just looking at her, and then her eyes just
if
flashed.
it was a fear thing,
I was like,
I don't know how that big ranger guy is turning people. What?
He was a dick.
Goop?
He was
He
a
was a total asshole. Yeah, some would say needlessly dickish.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay. And I feel like the group was way too tolerant for this motherfucker to stay around as long as he did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At one point,
Especially when you
let's give
pull
him a
his
chance.
bat or stick or whatever the fuck he had.
Right.
He's
like at one
"Kinda
point, I just
like
feel
this
like
one. I'm like, yeah, let's not be sitting here anymore.
That was another.
You know, it's like,
That
you
was
guys
another-
want me to
That
leave?
was another thing that bugged me as well. Actually, when he kills Uran with the baseball bat, I was like, this is the slowest baseball bat murder I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, well, and you know, that also kind of fucked me up because it was like he was trying to pull an axe out of a fucking stump. And I'm like, dude, after like 7 swings, that should be pudding. You really should not have any issue about drawing it
long and
back.
the short of it is, it's a fun little movie. You are going to be left with, bear in mind, as I said, it does appear to be something that they shoot and put up free on YouTube and things like that. So you need to take that into account because there are some pretty cool practical effects done in it. Like the tree deaths are great.
Oh, yeah.
Practical effects are good.
Yeah.
Camera work was, they had cameras. And like, look,
They borrowed
as
the
I said,
cameraman
it's
from
a fun little
Castle
movie.
Freak.
You're going to be left with some unfulfilling questions unanswered, should I say. But other than that, it's sometimes it's nice to have a movie where you have to sit down for a little bit afterwards and be like, what the? Because I have, in a weird way, though I am complaining about it, it could be why I'm complaining about it, but I've watched 2 movies since, and partially still while watching those other 2 movies, I was like, how the fuck are they?
Because like, no, I love a question, or like, I love a movie that like you can sit there with the 4 of us and go, I don't get it, and gives, dude, it's
And
because
also because we have to do
a film that makes that happen.
Also because we have to do the mandatory GoreCast tit rating. There's an opening scene that's one of their short stories. That's I have to say it has to be possibly one.
3 witches.
Okay,
one.
It has to be one of the biggest. My missus even passed notice on it that it was like that has to be one of the biggest set of tits I've ever seen as an opening shot in cinema.
Yeah,
because you pretty much open straight up on 2 girls getting prepped for a ceremony, and one of them's got gigantic jugs.
I will.
Are you fucking mental?
On our chat, like going back when you said the witches part, dude, I was sitting there, I'm like, witches.
Yes, it was around that. Because I was literally like, what the fuck did that have to do with anything?
Right. And then Buzz hit, and he's like, dude, I think he's watching a different movie.
Because like I was having like 3 side conversations as this whole discussion was going on, where Johnny was like, man, this is witches thing. I knew what he was talking about because we watched the same movie. Carter just stopped replying because I think he didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then I was talking to someone else who had seen the movie Carter thought we were
Johnny
watching.
Obviously does not like the movie way more than he's letting on because he's making up shit now at this stage. He's just making up his own plot line.
Because he's all like, I wouldn't mind the sexy witches coming back. I'm like, dude, there's only like 4 people in the fucking movie, and none of them are sexy.
That was like I was saying, like I was talking to someone who watched the movie, and they're like, I was like, was like, yeah, the park ranger. She's like, the park ranger? I'm like, he's a focal part of the fucking movie.
It's fairly
like,
integral to the main story.
I'm like, were you having amnesia? Like, he was in 85% of the fucking movie.
But then he hits me back with, oh man, that fucking werewolf movie. Okay, werewolf, yeah, that's in the movie, cool. And like I went on about my
But you know the way
there's people in it.
Hang on. Do you mind me asking? Because I gave a fairly in-depth analysis as to what the werewolf plot was when I was talking to you in the chat. At any stage were you like, this doesn't sound like the same werewolf movie?
Okay, I thought in defense, texting is not a fucking conversation. I tend to like a lot of like, oh, then I went down the street. I didn't go down the street. It was just like, statement. So you're like, oh, the podcast, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but there's a statement and then there's a sentence where you're like, well, I'll put it this way. Do you know the werewolf movie that's in the other Scare Me? Was the girl doing a podcast during the movie? No.
Which then started the process of like, the fuck's he talking about?
And then he was like, wait, and Buzz is like, I don't think he's talking about the same Scare Me. And he's like, I didn't think so. I was like, Johnny, I think you're talking about, I think we watched a different movie.
Because unfortunately, I waited. I'm sitting there like trying to choke down fucking Possessor and Butchers. And while having this conversation, I'm like, bitches. I mean,
we'll just say, luckily, I had the phone conversation that I had. If not, then we would have 4 different people watching 4 different movies and a really weird review.
You, me, and Giz.
But look,
and Carter just not knowing what the fuck we were talking about.
Referencing the chat, because that's how it went.
So when Johnny was like, call me out earlier, Buzz was like, I didn't realize it until 10 minutes ago. And I was like, I didn't realize it until like maybe 12. And I thought maybe I
didn't watch the movie till this morning. And I forgot that Carter had mentioned the whole, for the one that that he originally brought up, there was the cabin and da-da-da-da-da. I forgot that until I was talking to my friend, and she was like, yeah, they're supposed to be in a cabin. And I'm like, Carter did say that. That wasn't in this movie.
Cabin, like, there were so many moments where I'm like, okay, so like maybe he was just wording it like in this way. I don't. Did I miss?
It didn't really trip me when I was like, yeah, the park ranger, and she was like, what park ranger? I was like, it's in 85% of the movie. I mean, if you missed it, then I don't think you watched the movie very well.
Look, I was slightly sidetracked because I'm like, I have to get these fucking movies watched today. I should have done shit yesterday, but I didn't. So I'm like kind of half-ass reading chat, trying to choke down 2 movies and finding out, oh, third one, I fucked up. Okay. And then like trying to get the third one before we were like
I was going to get really angry about it. And then I just thought, what would Keanu Reeves do? And I was like, he'd probably just be chill.
And that made you accepting and just a better overall individual that like, was like, cool. Carter, like,
you also
whatever.
Said, don't listen to Carter next time.
I did say that.
The important thing is...
No, I didn't. I'm only joking.
The important
I didn't say that, bro. Don't worry about taking the piss.
The film... The important thing is, right, the film that we reviewed, the film called Scare Me, is the one with the 3 really hot witches at the start of it. And I'd just like to say that green-haired chick, very, very nice. She has that mischievous look in her eye. Gets me every time.
Oh, there was boobies in all 3 movies, I think.
Oh,
today.
yes, there was, yes. Over 18 show. Anyway, Scare Me, I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube if you look up if memory serves me correctly, it's indie free film, I think.
Something dark side.
Something. Dark side.
Dark side.
I always remember that in Robot Chicken, or was it Family Guy? When they finally figured out the winning dialogue for Star Trek.
Something complete.
Dark side.
It's the right.
Oh, man, he's crying about Padme again.
Indie rights, like the right for the people. Movies for free.
So, look, I wouldn't say not to check it out because it is entertaining and you will be left thinking afterwards, albeit you trying to fill in some plot that wasn't there.
You guys will have the advantage of not thinking it was a different movie. So you already.
And before we move on to the next movie, because I also forgot to. That can be our segment. Okay, cool, perfect. I was figuring how we were going to get the Muppet bookings back in. Right. Okay. So before we move on to the trailer,
the what?
Or will we play the trailer and we can all have a think during the trailer and come back with our thoughts?
Probably should have a think because I think ghosts don't know what you're talking about.
So we're going to hit the trailer for Scare Me 2020, and we're going to come back. We're going to fantasy book who the Muppets would play and what they would play in Scare Me, and then we're going to be reviewing Butchers.
Oh, okay.
I think when movies from now on, excuse me, I think when movies from now on leave you kind of going, there's plot missing there that I should be filled in. I think we should fantasy book what the connecting dots would be. We're not going to do it for this one,
but they were obvious.
To you, like I feel like you give that movie way too much credit, bro.
You've added way more substance.
I mean, like, I fully admit you are smarter than I am, but I feel like in this moment you give this movie way too much credit.
There's not so much credit,
but they explained that it's the fear during it
with him. There's
also credit that
I guess we're not moving on. If that was a rule that they stuck to, I would be totally down for it. But it is not exhibited on everyone in the movie.
And like, what are they turning them into? Like I just
side.
Did he just say dark side?
Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to the dark side.
This is how I know you've just been clutching at fucking straws, because you're now literally just using what I said 5 minutes ago.
No, that was just ironic and hilarious, and I didn't decide to chime in with that thought process. So I figured then you'd say that I was trying to clutch at straws.
Snowy eyes.
He kind of is the Yoda of the group, though.
I don't know. Like, the black guy making it out, like, really kind of fucked everything up. Like, I kept expecting that last minute. Because everybody in town was on point. You know what I mean? Like, I just...
Audience reflection.
Is there supposed to be a trailer playing now?
There is a trailer.
There was a trailer.
No.
So short.
We're going to the trailer for Scare Me now, and we're going to come back and we're going to fantasy book.
I thought we already went to the trailer.
Okay.
I wasn't sure.
2, 1, trailer.
Well, so did I.
The winter night descends on the quiet neighborhood. Christmas lights are twinkling on some of the houses. A teenage babysitter slouches on the couch, the flickering TV on her motionless face as if she's in a trance. And then...
There's a monster in my bed.
Oh, I almost forgot we're camping tonight. Exciting.
Well, we got 2 more victims to pick up.
Victims?
Oh yeah, Barry here's obsessed with having a ghost storytelling competition tonight.
Whoa, what do you get? To live?
And remember, there's always tomorrow.
They're trying to scare people away from going to the festival.
What the heck? Why am I supposed to do it?
Where you going? You want come romp with me, Babylon boy?
You're not you.
Well, then who am I?
I am no murderer.
John, are you okay? John.
One. Right. We have formulated some theories. Okay. Take it away, someone. Take it away.
What?
As far as like the Muppets go?
Yeah, we have cast the characters from Scare Me with various different people from the Muppet Show. must confess, I don't completely agree with everything that my co-hosts
You
have
can throw in your own
picked,
ones as well. But
it's
oh
a
yeah, okay,
collaborative
that's
effort.
fine. I like collaborative efforts. It sounds nice.
Yeah. So personally, the hippie chick is kind of a no-brainer because we're going to be going with Sally from the Electric Mayhem Band because that's just so groovy, man. I think that's kind of obvious, really. I like Zoot for the stoner guy for kind of the same principle. Zoot's the saxophone player from the Electric Mayhem Band.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I think
I can see it.
I think Miss Piggy
like,
should play.
really kind of like-
I'm gonna just book the park rangers. I think Miss Piggy should play the angry Asian park ranger.
Hi.
Yeah. Like with the staticky eye things, and then she just judo chops your man in the neck. So good. Big park ranger should be played by the head park ranger should be played by either of the two angry old men. Either or. Yeah, either or. I think. And there's another park ranger with a big ginger beard that just the way he acts and talks, I really think Animal would be great. I like the way Buzz waited for us to come back on air to go take a piss.
Yeah, I just realized he was fucking gone. But we lost Buzz, we gained Katie. So what's up, Katie?
Katie? You're right there, love.
Oh my God! I just thought something. Imagine,
Gore babies, I'm back.
Nice. I just thought of something. What if Kermit was the alpha male dude?
Oh, I just being like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That would be the shit.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Dude, that's that shit would rewind his lines just to see him fucking do it again.
That would be.
Played the alpha male dude.
Yeah. Oh, that would be the
that
shit.
Would be amazing. I love that.
I don't know, bro. I was kind of fucking busy over here saving your life.
Oh, the douchebag guy?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of them were douchebags, actually.
No, I'm like, not really, though. But, like, that one dude really stood out as being a fucking D-bag.
Right, anyway.
I think that was his character's name, wasn't it, D-bag?
It was Derek or something, wasn't it?
It was Derek.
It was Derek.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Derek the D-bag.
D-bag Derek.
Something like that.
Derek D's.
I think it was Donnie.
Whatever.
That's
Donnie
even worse.
D-bags.
Yeah.
Damn talking turtle.
Anyway, next up, I'll let someone else take it away for this one. Next up, we have also from 2020, and if I hit the button now, we have Butchers. Who wants to take it away? Anyone want to take it away? Am I taking it away?
Okay, Butchers is
quick synopsis.
Dark, gritty. Hang on, bear with me. Dark, gritty.
You always worry me when you say
reflection for some of us.
You always worry me when I go quick synopsis and you go bear with me, and I'm like, oh no. Okay, go on.
Gritty, disturbing, and for some of us, perhaps a bit of a dark reflection of our worst natures. Anyway,
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. The minute I was watching the movie, and I was like, I guarantee you, Giz is fucking loving this. I fucking knew.
No, quite the opposite, really.
You weren't loving it.
Quite the opposite, really, because it's. Well, no, don't get me wrong, right? It's a really, 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 really good film. But my point is that it's kind of like, but for a bit of fucking self-control and common sense, go I. But the film basically centers on 4 student types in 1998 who are driving cross country to. I think they're going home or they're coming home from a night out or something like that. But in the middle of this long fucking ass road in the middle of nowhere, the radiator goes in their car.
Not the place you want the radiator to be going. I don't mind telling you.
No, not at all. So 2 of them, who are Mike and Taylor, decide to strike out for the petrol station because, unbeknownst to Mike's girlfriend Jenna, who is also in the car, Taylor and Mike be doing it behind her back.
Bumping uglies in the woods.
So that's a thing. Jenna is left in the car with what's the other fella's name?
Um,
Chris. There we go. Jenna stays in the car with Chris, and they basically just kind of try and wait things out. And this would be fine and dandy. It really would, if not for the fact that their car broke down ridiculously close to the hunting grounds of the Watson family.
Crazy
And when I say
hillbillies.
hunting grounds, I mean hunting grounds, because apparently they enjoy picking people off the road and having a bit of fun with them. And by fun, I do mean mutilation, torture, murder, and everything else that you can imagine if you were me. So, yeah.
A typical weekend for Giz.
So, anyway, the entire film revolves
Huntings,
around
mutilations, and murders. Oh
the
my! Huntings,
systematic
mutilations, and murders. Oh my!
So the entire film centers around the slow, meticulous capture and, as I said, torture of these 4 youths as they slowly but surely come to realize that it's not the safest place in the world for them to have broken down. Taylor and Mike do eventually make it to a petrol station. Things do not go the way they had planned there. It is a bad day for everybody involved. Jenna and Chris, meanwhile, realize that they are being observed by somebody sneaking around the woods taking pictures of them. This invariably leads to them also having a bad day being had by all.
The least weird thing that happens in this movie.
A bit of voyeurism and photography.
Just let you know
that's the bottom level.
Yeah.
But
yeah. This film isn't out long, so we're not going to go into too many plot details because, to be perfectly honest, it is actually a rather good plot with enough with enough.
I like the plot.
I think it is with enough
I like the plot.
Oh, dude. I guess I'm just having like a fucking bad ADD day because this movie fucking killed me.
Oh no,
I'll
admit it was slow in places, but that slowness is very much for when the shit happens, you fucking feel it.
Really?
It's got the movie's got
the
movie only has 2 gears, which is slow as fuck and let's get it on.
At like the last 10 minutes of the fucking movie. Oh shit, it's about to end. Hurry it up! Like I gave 0 fucks, dude.
To be fair, there are points throughout the entire movie whereby, because of the situational tension and the tension built up between certain characters, you do get kind of foot to the pedal and then slow off again. To the point where I'm looking at the film, in the good way, I'm looking at the film going, God damn it. You know the way you're sitting down, you're watching a film, you're kind of like, do this, this, and this. Damn it, you didn't do this, this, or this. Now you're really fucked. And I found it interesting that over the course of the movie, one of the main characters, if you'll note, time and again could escape the situation if not for listening to other people's advice or whatever.
Oh, the end. Oh my God.
But it's just, like I said, that slow, torturous, you know where it's going, and then there's the gasp of, you stupid, you did the wrong bloody thing again. And then finally that foot on the pedal and just revved up the fuck.
There's also some ball tasering. Right in the sack.
Torture. I did mention torture.
I'm going to let you know that the ball tasering is on the lower end of the torture going on.
Yes.
I have to say, Simon Phillips as the part of Owen Watson is just such a, how can I put this, smooth and charismatic torture machine at times. Just his dialogue that he comes up with, I'm just sitting there kind of going, yeah, I'd probably say something similar if I was in his place, But
I think we found his movie.
But at the same time, I liked how later on there is you see that he's not in control of the situation as you think he is, especially in regards with his brother.
Yeah.
And when there is that confrontation, when he's gone, you just got the kind of, whew, okay, that was, whew, that could have.
I think Carter's falling asleep probably just like he did during the movie.
Yeah.
No,
I was nearly watching him and I was like, he is having a difficult ADD day. Literally listening to his talk on camera
I forgot I had a ceiling up there. Oh my God.
How long has that been there?
Dude, I don't know, man. I wholeheartedly gave you props on the fucking last one. I'm like, you know what, Giz? You are fucking smarter than me. You saw like the depth of scare me. I wish I was at that fucking level. And you're like, Butcher's rule. What the fuck,
but
dude?
The bonus of Giz having so much comic book and sci-fi knowledge in his head is that his brain there's movies, I've literally had this out with him before for movies where he's filled in all of this plot, and I'm like, true, none of that happened in the actual film, though. do you know what I mean? Your brain just auto adds what should be into blank places sometimes and moves on with its fucking day.
Dude, no, man. Like, this was slow as fuck, and it was so fucking predictable. Oh, look. Really? As soon as the fucking tow truck driver showed up, I was like, that bitch is in on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I won't
I
lie to you. The minute he showed up, I was like, I'm getting a fucking House of 1,000 Corpses vibe here. Does anyone else feel like?
Yeah.
Okay, you've got the fucking growling whatever that we don't see behind the door. Oh, well, that's going to be this. Oh, shit. I must be a fucking mind reader. Like, it just was such a
This is what I was saying about my issue, my major issue with this movie. Like, I will agree with you, it's slow in places, but I don't think... I think it was nail-bitingly slow. It wasn't... The slowness is very much with
tension
purpose.
Building.
But I...
You know what? You're right, dude. I was nail-biting, like, please give me the fucking credits in 10 minutes. 12 minutes. Give me some motherfucking credits. I've got another film to watch before this shit's over.
I will
say,
say,
gave zero fucks, dude.
As I did say at the tip of the show, that I was like, my issue with this movie was, branding-wise, was it would have been cool having that big zombie guy as the big surprise if he wasn't in all of your promotional material. Because I was essentially sitting waiting for this dude wearing somebody else's face, because that's what it kind of looked like on the poster. And I was like,
I guess I'm lucky.
Yeah, and it also on the front of the DVD case says disturbingly graphic, and I was kind of like, I wouldn't say disturbingly graphic.
Disturbingly graphic.
One homeboy just twisted that dude's somebody's head.
No,
right around.
He changed that fucking dude's like literal whole view of life. He can see his own ass.
He can actually look at his own ass.
Backwards man. I can walk back as fast as you can. I can walk back as fast as you can. I'm the backwards man.
I think shit. I should have worked out more, but still, like it was no. Like I cannot give this fucking movie props.
It did seem like a typical hillbillies in the woods kidnapping people horror movie. But it was entertaining.
Wrong Turn more fucking surprising than this bitch did.
That's what someone my friend was like, is it like Wrong Turn kind of or Deliverance? I'm like, well, more Wrong Turn because there was an old man loving going on.
Hang on. You're right. It is a bit predictable, but do you want to know what it was a big surprise to me? The fact that the dialogue was actually really fucking good. The fact that the acting was really fucking good. And to be perfectly honest, there are...
Hey, in the middle of fucking nowhere, my car broke. Can you help me? Yes, I can. This is not rocket science.
Johnny, you just need to sit back.
I like when I'm not the ranty one.
The interactions between the family members and the interactions between the family members and the interactions between the group themselves. It's so easy to fuck that shit up with piss poor dialogue. Instead, we had characters that you could believe actually exist.
Because we've seen them in like a billion other fucking movies. Hey, I think my brother's retarded. Go pick up the heavy shit. Okay. And he fucking did. Like, it was just so... Dude, it was like fucking bland.
I don't know. I personally found it to be, like you said, it is slow to watch because it's supposed to be torturously slow. It's supposed to be tension building.
Yeah, it was
the dialogue.
It was fucking torturous.
I'm gonna break the tension. You can find it on your computer.
I'm gonna finish the tension. So Giz liked the movie. You don't like it, I gather, Carter. No, okay, cool. Because everyone's allowed to have their own opinions about movies. It would appear that Giz doesn't like it, or Giz does like it. Carter doesn't like it. I will agree. I found it slow, but I quite enjoyed it. I agree with both of you. It was slow, but I also really liked the well thought out, well dialogued, and well written characters. You don't get
thought out. Like, it seems like such a big word.
Oh no,
this film, dude.
No,
because
don't get me wrong.
It really is a big thing. consider how many times we've seen this kind of thing, and there's no character development at all. And you're just sitting there going, Jesus fuck. At least they took the time and the patience to try and develop characters.
The only reason it's a strange view is because instead of the character progression happening with the actual people there, the people that the killers get are literal cannon fodder for them to fucking murder throughout the fucking movie. The character progression is with the killers and their family orientation themselves. Whew. But anyway, as I've said, everyone's entitled to their own opinion about the movie, aren't they, Giz? Aren't they, Carter? Yeah, cool. Okay, so I found it a bit slow, but I really did enjoyed it. Well-written characters. I quite liked it. Carter didn't. Giz did. What do you think, Buzzles?
No.
I enjoyed it. It was, like I said, it's kind of the typical, backwoods hillbilly fucking up people type movie. But it was, I don't know. I didn't really like the whole, since it's the cat's out of the bag, the weird zombie monster guy. I was like, huh. I knew
that
something
really
was in there, obviously.
Okay, but that really wasn't zombie monster. Like, that was just fucking inbred down the hill.
Kept him like a dog.
Shit.
Oh.
Like he literally got... Yeah, okay, yeah, cool. That's fair enough.
I'm not even fucking going to argue this.
Hey, we're not going to let brother, cousin, dad, Joe, walk down the street looking like that. I mean, so...
Well, he called him...
I just went
the reason...
He was 8.
One of the key components as to why the zombie survives things at one stage is because he literally goes, heal! And the dog just sits. Man-dog just sits.
Right. I mean, because, mom died, so, who else do we got? So we just start kidnapping
You
shit.
tell he had his nose rubbed in it a few times.
Blood into
Bad boy.
The one thing, before we move on to the trailer, the one thing I did find funny was, seeing as you so aptly put it, the capping out of the bag about the zombie, when he's chasing that girl through the field, and the chase scene goes on for fucking ages. And then there's a bit where your man walks out to shoot him, and you can literally see the house by the side of the road. I was like, where the fuck were you running for fucking 3.5 minutes?
I wondered that myself. Was she just running around the building?
I was like, I've got one fucking fucking...
No, they were at the back of the house. The car was at the front. She was running around the front of the house.
I was just like, I've got one functioning leg, and I'd have done that in maybe 60 seconds.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. It looked like they went further because it made sense.
Maybe it was as
she was
like,
making
as
a
Giz
run
said, because they were
to
at
the
the back
car.
of the house. Maybe it was a case of she kind of ran off in towards the field one way because your man was chasing her, and then she was like, "Fuck, fans the other way," and just kind of looped back around and just kind of like, "Whoa, shit." Yeah,
maybe
it's just, the way it was edited together, it did really look kind of like it was like, where the fuck was this running going on?
And then it was all for naught.
All for naught, because things be happening. But as we said, movies out recently.
Shooty bang bang.
Are we saying you enjoyed it? Did you? You just let a cat out of a bag and didn't actually give me your opinion on the movie, Buzz.
I said I liked it when I got into the thing.
Okay.
And then I said why I liked it. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so are we safe to say 2.5 GoreCasters out of 4?
Yeah.
Out of 3. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. No, wait, there's 4 of us. Yeah, sorry. Numbers, me do good. Yeah.
I am not a figment of your
starting our own Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to introduce new things. Do you know what I mean? It's a
I
good
like it.
It's
I
a
like
good,
it.
there's 4 of us here. All of our opinions count. This is also my way of drilling home the point that everyone's allowed to have an opinion. And that's it. Okay. Carter didn't like it. Giz liked it. I liked it. And you were kind of, hey, once it got rolling, it was rolling. Yeah, okay. So that's 2.5 GoreCasters out of 4. There you go. So we're going to hit the trailer now for a 2.5 GoreCasters out of 4 movie. And we're going to be back where we're going to be talking about a young Cronenberg making a movie. And I'm not talking about one of David's earlier works either. Boing.
That's interesting.
Steven?
Someone's out here!
What?
Behind you!
Hello?
Bye bye. You go die. I hate to leave you hanging here, but I got work to do.
Anyway, need to put this little GoreCast doodad back on there. Yeah, seeing as I introduced a new scoring system, kind of, I will say the words willy-nilly would probably be the best way of describing it, but it seems to work, so we should probably go back a segment for a second and go. Yeah,
we've come up with much more stuff. To be fair,
what was your opinion on scare? What was your opinion on Scare Me Buzz? Because it gives me an extra little.
That's my opinion.
Fucking.
It was very. I didn't understand what was going on, which is kind of how I rate a lot of my movies. If I understand it, it's good. If I don't understand it, it's bad. I understood Butchers, so I liked it.
Okay.
So I gave it a yeah. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
You still gave Butchers a half star, though.
Stories and second stories and fucking. But it was kind of entertaining. There was a douchebag. What else happened? There's
what
boobs,
was your
so
opinion, Giz? So just star. Full star.
Full star. That sounds like Carter's review of from a couple weeks ago. It was good.
Okay, so
have a good one.
I know.
Okay, so what's your opinion on it, Carter?
You know what? I'm gonna fill in fucking Buzz's half star. Like, there was a lot of cool shit, but like the ending just kind of like really went weird for me.
Yeah,
2 full stars.
So, yeah, it's another 2.5 star movie. So, I'm like 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
Personally.
Listen, I saw a lot of cool shit in it, but like it just as it wrapped up, it was like, what the fuck?
I would have liked some more cinematic closure. Right.
Just briefly to Muppet Book Butchers. I'd love to see Swedish Chef as Oswald, the crazy brother.
Yes. Oh my god!
I would like. Do you know the crazy zombie dude we were talking about? I would like him to be Beaker.
I was going to go the other way. I was going to say the bald tow truck driver.
No. He's
Bunsen.
I just like the idea of Beaker because.
Oh, Beaker!
The reason I want Beaker is because that's exactly why. You know the way when the zombie's chasing you run and he's all doing the whole like heavy breathing thing when he's running. I think it'd be so much better if it's Beaker running behind him.
There was something. I can't remember if it was Muppets Tonight or something, but Beaker ended up getting shot up with like steroids or super soup juice or something and turned massively muscular. And all of a sudden he was like,
God damn it.
I totally saw fucking Animal as the caged.
That's kind of the easy go-to. That's what I was thinking until
Beaker.
He mentioned.
Is it? Yeah. Well, I'd said Animal before, so I'm trying to like keep it spicy.
There you go. You see?
No, Beaker's totally cool there. Beaker there and Bunsen as the driver.
So Bree said that she's writing stuff in pen for a class and just wrote Swedish Chef. Fuck.
Who do we have for the
You cannot
Who do we
fix
have for
it.
the
You
two
will turn
brothers?
it in that way.
Well, like I said, Swedish Chef is one of them.
Yeah.
Is the crazy one. And I'm going to go with Fozzie for the other one.
Oh, see, I want to go Kermit. Because, like, he's, like, calm, the one that holds everything together, but then, like, is still tasing motherfuckers in the sack and hitting them with a fucking pipe wrench.
Yeah, there is sack tasing, and that does scream Kermit. He's a sack taser. I don't know. I don't got anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because, like, the tow truck driver even says, like, hey, dude, you got to get this shit under control. Like, that's kind of Kermit's job. He's got to keep everything under control.
Katie said, I mean,
Keep
it
the
works.
show fucking
So,
going.
out of curiosity,
Believe me, if you want somebody to not do something, tase them in the balls.
well, just got a little insight into the life of Buzzles there. That's
Well, I'm talking about in the way that he was tased. He did not want him to do something, so he tased him in the motherfucking balls, and that's the way it works. Normally, the balls are a sensitive place, and if you get tased there, things aren't going to happen. You will slow a motherfucker down.
Pretty sure he did it as kind of a poetic justice type torture, considering what he was talking about before.
Yeah, because there was the cheating, so that was the whole reason for the ball tasing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just playing with my microphone stand, saying things that come out of my mouth.
Microphone stand.
And, like, it was just I will say, the main character, the brother, had just a very calm nature about everything. You know, like, he didn't want to yell. He just kind of wanted to talk. And so, like, that's why I see him as Kermit, because it was like, okay, Fozzie, look, bro. Slow the fuck down. Let's
Do you
get
see
this
him
shit taken
singing
care
songs
of.
about rainbows?
Listen, we're going to have ourselves some rules here. The rule number one is that you keep a civil tongue in your head.
Yep, he's Kermit.
I wish I was friends with Seth. I wish I was friends with Seth MacFarlane, so I could be like, "Hey, I just watched this movie, but this guy would be great as Kermit. Can you please send me back the thinging?" That'd be amazing.
Well, okay. Do you want the wrench or do you want the taser?
Hey, you know what? He gave him.
You have to ask yourself one question: Do you feel lucky?
We turn into Clint Eastwood.
No, that was brilliant as fucking Kermit, dude.
Got a lot of zest.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe
next
we should
movie
move
up we
next
have
one.
is last but not least, yes, true indeed, and is young Cronenberg's proper cinematic debut. I know he did do another movie, but this is like the proper big release first one.
He did antiviral in 2012.
This,
Yeah,
on the
he's
other
also
hand,
done a number of shorts.
This, on the other hand, is Possessor.
Ooh, okay, so we have an individual that kind of like the old TV show Dollhouse, you're able to jump into and blah, blah, blah. Like, we have the ability now in Possessor to put our mindset in another physical body to assassinate motherfuckers. So we pluck them into a not-important or sometimes important key individual, assassinate the target, and then are able to jump back into our own personal bodies. Movie follows, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Tasya.
Okay. Follows Tasya as she is getting put on a new assignment to take care of, or to take over Colin's body to make a proper assassination. The weird part of it is, like, once you are put into a body and you pull off the job, you then have to kill yourself in order to kind of jump back into your body. And we, let's see.
It's a little bit like altered carbon that way. You're able to, you body swapping kind of thing. Different process.
I kind of say, like, it was, I kind of have to agree with kind of like the altered carbon kind of thing, because you can plug and play into any physical form.
No, in this, they actually the abductor web that then allows for Vos
to
interface with them.
Yeah,
so
but
it's more like
the
brain jacking.
The thing with altered carbon
Yeah.
is they have bodies that are just harvested for you to jump into. It's the same thing, different process.
In altered carbon,
Yeah, I know
everyone
there's a
actually
jackboot thing.
has
Yeah.
the thing implanted in.
This could be like a precursor
Right.
to altered carbon.
No, right, but and I mean in Possessor they even had a hey, you're more compatible with this body than you are that. Like they definitely gave their own structure, but I have to agree it was kind of a little bit more altered carbon because I kind of felt like altered carbon anybody could kind of be plug
If
and
you had the
play.
money.
Possessor, there were limits.
The key thing about this is that when the agent goes into a host body, there's a certain amount of time they have before they basically get neural bleed. You get the two psyches start to integrate into each other, and if the job isn't done by then they kind of have to pull the trigger. And we see that Vos, even after her most recent job, is already starting to show signs that maybe she's starting to lose it a little bit. But this latest hit is just so important that she's sent in anyway.
But we also don't know how long she's been in. We have Jennifer Jason Leigh as Critter.
Must have been in the game for a while because somebody was fanboying over her at one point. Like, oh, I can't believe it's you. When he was...
but to be fair, he referenced her most recent job.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's good at what she does.
Right.
Yeah,
and like her handlers even said, like, hey, this is an important job. You're one of our best assets. Like, we've laid the backstory like she is back. Right, like she is the badass of our group. But in that, like, we don't really have an idea of how many jobs she's done. So when she starts to kind of have like her, her wrist hurt real bad, like we don't know, is this 100 jumps, 5 jumps? Like we really don't have any kind of like actual back history. We just know that she's having problems, and then she's given like, hey, we really want this job done. You're the best of the best. And she obviously is like, well, fuck it, I'm down. I know I'm hurt, but fuck it. Like, she doesn't really open up about that. She's like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. So, I don't know. Like, I dug it, dude. It was kind of cool seeing a lot of people like Sean Bean and fucking Jennifer Jason Leigh and shit.
I don't feel by giving away a spoiler. He dies.
Yeah, as soon as you hear his voice, it's like, he's the man.
And they did it. He did it in a beautiful way because he's like, you hear him talking for a little bit as the character walks towards him, and you're like, I know that voice, and then you just get this feeling of that guy's going to die. You don't know why yet, but you just know that guy's going to die.
Oh no!
And then he turns around and
I'm very good with voices.
I'm trying to put a bit of bit of pizzazz onto it.
And like, why? Why does he always have to
He's
fucking
got a very
die?
killable face.
Because I think at this stage, I think he's doing some of these things kind of as a bit
Except
of a
for
laugh.
Silent Hill.
In that we got a character
didn't
Hey,
die.
I'll get $5 for a job.
He-
And like
He
continue.
was in a horror movie and he didn't die.
Yeah, just continue the gag.
You're aware of that, yeah? Silent Hill is the only horror movie I can think of he's in. He doesn't die.
Oh my god!
He makes it the whole way to the end fucking credits.
I totally
He
forgot
also
about.
doesn't enter Silent Hill.
He does kind of.
Okay, but he didn't like choke on a fucking chicken wing either, though. So like,
Yeah.
could have like slipped in the bathroom.
Yeah, when Sean Bean's involved, anything
Anyway.
can be murder or death. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Anything. He could have tripped walking down the stairs from the stress of everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's multiple options.
So fucking true. Because we've seen him die in so many fucking ways now, it's not even funny.
Death Race was hilarious. Anyway, Possessor is visually very, very enticing in that because of the way things are shot and because of the way the colors are used and to be fair, there are some of the I can't really call them graphic just because we're so used to things, but things like there's a like a regulator that Vos needs to use to kind of make sure that her brain is balanced, and it plugs directly into the skull, and you get a really good image of that in the opening shot, and it's just piercing through the skin. I liked how when they begin the transference, the visuals of like a plastic individual just melting away, these two plastic individuals melting away as the consciousness begin to merge and blend, which worked out nicely, I think, for a later visual where it's like a battle between two conscious forces, and you're just this really cool crunching thing, and it's just just really look good.
No, because like I think because earlier Johnny had said it's like it's definitely not his dad's work, but he's getting there. And I thought
number one, his own thing. Number one, while he is a Cronenberg, you don't want to be getting painted with dad's brush when you're doing your works either. Do you know what I mean? You want to be getting known for doing your,
especially that early off too.
It's a very competently put together.
And like
it's a very competently
like I don't
put together.
Like I'm not trying to like downplay him by any means, because I thought all of his visuals worked. You know, like the whole mask thing then and to later, I thought he did a really good transition of story and stuff like that. Excuse me. But it's just like, I guess when you hear the word Cronenberg, you expect a certain level. And so like, I guess that's kind of what I mean by it's not necessarily his dad's, but he's also not necessarily found his own place yet, with this being kind of like his second big feature.
Yeah, one of the big things I noticed, and I thought it was like a very effective and ballsy move as well, is it kind of really showed the kind of sterility or sterility. It really showed the kind of the sterility of that whole environment that they function in and around. Is that he doesn't use a lot of atmospheric music. If you notice that, he's not afraid to have silence and ambiance, and it really drills the thing home. And it's a very fucking ballsy move, because like normally like a little bit of thing, but it really puts you in the frame of mind that she's in, where she's kind of constantly in this little sterile internal bubble. Do you know what I mean? Like she's never gets to be herself the whole time. Like, I mean, she essentially jackboots into these people, gets out, usually in the nick of time from what we've seen evidentially from in the movie. There's a bit of bleed relocation time after she gets out of the bodies and everything. And then normally the minute she's ready to fucking go again, she's ready to fucking go again, and she goes again. Do you mean it really kind of sets you in the...
I think
I'm never quite me, but I'm never not me either.
Yeah. I like one of my... Go ahead. Just briefly, when you were talking about music, and it just, when you said it, it clicked in my head. There's a lot of the times, like you said, there isn't an awful lot of like background music or ambient music or anything like that. But there is a lot of the times whenever we get to those situations where she's in the possibility of neural bleed, you get like the deep resonant note, you know, and it's like the subsonic note. And I've looked into that before myself, whereby some
the
horror
brown
movies
note, you mean, is it?
would use subsonic sounds. Basically, yeah. But the subsonic note, because it reacts with basically the flight or flight impulse of the human brain, whereby it's like hearing a predator, you know, the deep growl of a predator, that almost subsonic growl. So that subsonic sound that the human ear doesn't audibly catch, you know, it's almost reminiscent of that, whereby you know she's in a bad place, kids? And it's just going downhill from here.
Johnny got it.
Which?
Just going to point that out.
The human ear.
I will say, like I said, I thought a lot of his visuals were just fucking phenomenal. But one of my favorites, though, was towards the middle of the film, where she is. It's the primary. I can't think what you call it. Like Giz said it earlier. The person that it's supposed to be in that body, and then her taking over the body.
The host.
Thank you, the host. There was a scene where the two of them are fighting.
Antrim's a great example, Bree, with the subsonic sound. Yeah. Sorry.
And the way they did it in the movie was, you know, you had like that red scene, and like we were constantly jumping back and forth, where you're watching that host come closer and closer. And at first I was like, what are we doing? But then it hit, and I was like, that was fucking brilliant.
It looked amazing.
Oh my God. Like it was just this, You know, like it was just that slow creep, and I'm
dude,
dude,
it's like the black white effect if you've ever done that. You can distort visuals by having the strobe effect of lights.
yes,
So
yeah. And so, like, I don't know, man. Like, I truly looking forward if like this is his style and this is how he's going to do shit.
I'll put it this way:
I look forward to the next.
There does
one.
appear
like,
to be a genetic talent passed down, if you know what I mean. Yeah, well, like
for movie
for
making.
instance, there's one part where the host and her are on top of each other, shall we say, and there's a visual that is just lovely, and it's old school looking as well. Reminded me of what's the name of that one where your man's head explodes? There's like scanners. Yeah, it reminded me of like the scanners kind of vibe to it, not in a tacky way. Really liked all of that kind of thing. It was.
I will say, like, I did feel like this movie moved kind of slow, but I didn't mind it because they packed so much into it visually. Like the time spent was me like soaking it all in. Like
there's a difference between slow and as in like there's no dialogue and a lot of drawn out shots, and there's a difference between not needing dialogue and using visuals to tell the story instead. So I never found like, don't get me wrong, it is a slow paced movie, but it not unlike Butchers. It's designed to be a slow paced movie, but there's constant visual storytelling going on throughout the movie. It's not
right for me. It's more like that ADD side. Like I need something to kind of constantly happen in a film to keep me hooked and entertained. Butchers, it's a bunch of fucking people not doing shit. But Possessor, like when there's no conversation, everything around the conversation is just like keeping me fucking hooked. The visuals, the no music in this particular spot. I was like, whoa, like it was such a good fucking movie.
It's edited together as well, where there's very, very little footage wasted, if you know what I mean. Like there's no stuff that's just thrown in there as a bit of filler. You know, that'll fill 30 seconds. You know, we'll have a nice little aerial shot here or anything like that. Literally every shot in the movie has a very, very defined purpose as to why that shot's happening that way.
And like this actually like kept me hooked till the credits, because like when the end hit, I was like, fuck. Like it was
I actually don't mind admitting I'm yet to see the ending, just due to the time it took to get the posters and stuff done. I'm like 10 minutes away from the end of the film.
It's definitely one of those ones where that's like it keeps you wondering how it is going to end.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I started watching this movie during the whole Scare Me debacle, so I missed a lot of the beginning. So I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, okay, why is she doing this? What's going on? So I did a quick little Wikipedia, and I'm like, because I'm not starting the movie over because I was already like almost 30 minutes in. So I was like, I don't have time to go and start it over again. So I did a little Wikipedia, and then the thing is like assassin, the other person's body. I'm like, boom, I'm good. I know what's going on now. And then once I read that little piece to like kind of give me what was going on, I enjoyed the rest of the movie, because I was just like half, but like, no, it's not. You were looking at the wrong movie. And then I'm like, wait, what just happened? That's kind of how 20, 30 minutes was for me. But the visuals were absolutely amazing.
I want to say like this will curb my weight until the last minute, but it won't.
Yeah.
There will probably be another movie in my near future. It's like, fuck, I've got like 2 hours for the show. Binge watch. Like, so, but I will say, like,
I'm not going to lie, dude. That's actually kind of how I prepped for most of the shows. I tried to set things up so that I have those last few hours, and that's
the redesign of the poster fucked my time system.
Okay, well,
you know what I mean? Like that's I would normally watch the 3 movies right up until pretty much until I'm calling you guys, and then I have like the last one fresh in my noggin.
See, for me, usually like we have like me and Buzz have Tuesday picked out, and then we as a group have Thursday picked out. So like Sunday, I binge. I watch like 5 fucking movies till my eyes bleed. I'm like, cool, okay. Hey, we're not doing Tuesday. I don't know what to do with Tuesday's information.
For next Tuesday.
But like, so like
notes. That's what I did.
I usually like just don't answer my door and like fucking binge on everything. But like I dug the shit out of Possessor.
Okay,
like, I kind of, it was my last film because I was like, oh, so I watched Butchers and like ended with Scare Me. Fuck,
So,
Possessor
seeing
was
as we're
awesome.
getting into opinions, so you obviously full star, Carter?
Oh, full star and a half.
So
dude. Like,
full
that shit was
star,
awesome.
Carter. You can't
there's
do
only
extra
one
half
star.
stars. That's going to throw the system off.
You can't make stars up. Who are you? Jeebus.
You're already
Yeah,
mystifying this shit,
Giz-
dude.
Fuck it. 110%.
Yeah,
He's like, I want to use the half a star I didn't use for Butchers on this one.
Right.
That's not how that works. Giz, how did you find? Fuck's sake, how did you find Possessor?
It was slow. I don't think I'll be rushing back to rewatch it, but at the end of the day, it was a story worth watching. It was told very, very well. It looks really, really good. So yeah, I'm going to give it a star.
Puzzles? Yeah.
I'm next. I give it a star because, just as Giz said, slow a little bit, but there's pretty colors that kept you interested, and the story was good.
Look at all the pretty.
And like the visuals were just like, ooh. And then, like I said, the story is good enough to where it's like, I need to see how this ends. And when it does, you're like, happy face.
I'm
happy face.
Just briefly, I want to say hello to Bill, who's joining.
Hey, Bill, how are you, sir?
The show. Well done,
Welcome
dude.
to the chat.
We're not starting
anyway.
over again.
He said he's having a low day. Sorry to hear that, bro. I will also be giving it a full star because I just thought it was a great little piece of cinema. Some very bold choices made.
Our first 4-star film.
Nice.
Right.
It would be such a bigger achievement if there were several shows worth of no 4 stars beforehand. Okay, slow clap. Still going on? Okay, cool. That's fine.
I'm already clapping, so just gotta accept
we're going to go into a trailer soon, so you might as well just keep slow clapping me out, dude, to be blatantly honest. I shot really well. I liked the bold choices with the music, and overall it was just a great little piece of cinema. We're going to hit you with the trailer for Possessor, and then we're going to be back where we're going to be saying our goodbyes and letting you know what's coming up for the rest of the weekend. Talk to you in a bit.
You have a very special nature. One we've worked hard together to unlock. Pull me out. The results are normal. Anything you want to flag? No, I'm fine.
Mom! Hi, darling.
How was your trip?
Dull. Extraordinarily dull. Our next contract's a big one. The target is the CEO of the largest operation in the U.S. He'll be binding to Colin Tate. We can't afford any mistakes on this one.
Ready?
What's with you today?
What do you mean? I'm in place.
Can we help you?
Finish this.
What are you doing? I can't pull the trigger.
I need to know. I need to know what she's done to me.
It's become a danger.
Where is she? Come out or I'll do it!
Sometimes that small thought is all it takes to lose control.
Stop! You can stop the clapping now. Stop it.
My hands hurt, boss.
Stop it. Stop it.
They hurt.
Stop it. 4 stars. Good movie. Yeah.
It's like one of those fucking wind-up monkeys.
Oh, holy moly. Yeah, that's it for tonight's show. So thanks to everybody for joining us. All 3 movies, you should definitely go give a watch anyway. I mean, 2.5 stars is technically...
They didn't get
2.5 stars is technically 75%. So that's not
watch.
bad. Do you know what I mean?
Certified fresh.
No, I don't think we can say
butchers.
that.
Certified gore.
There you go.
Yes.
So you got 2.5s and a 4 for tonight's show. I like this rating system because now I have something that I can post the day after shows.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay.
We'll keep it. We'll keep a 4-star system. So when you guys are rating movies, you'll like say during original versus. I like how we just have production meetings as part of the fucking stream in general.
don't do stars. Don't do stars. Do the gore.
Yeah, it's going to be
thingy.
It's going to be gores. Yeah.
Or gore rating.
Yeah. So it will be 4 GoreCasters. Okay. So when you and I do Sunday shows, we'll have 2 stars each.
Audience, just sit back for a minute.
When you and I do Sunday,
when
you and I do Sunday shows, and you guys do original versus remakes, we have 2 stars each because there's only 2 of us, and then it's 1 star each on the podcast. And I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do gores. I'm going to do little icons of the guys in the bottom corner.
So I can give it like a 2 buzzes out of 2.
Well, it'll be 4 GoreCasters or 2 GoreCasters out of. Yeah,
because
that way I don't need to.
I like that.
Rebrand 3 separate systems. I can just keep it as the GoreCast rating system.
Okay. I mean, it's not like you do a lot of work or anything.
Oh my God, you are so lucky you were in another country.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, I won't lie to you, I'd have cut his feed if it wasn't for the fact I have the audio coming through his camera.
I could definitely see that being like an elbow check real quick.
It might be 3 GoreCasters because I'm going to get yelled at.
Anyway, coming up this Sunday on American Horrors, or not on American Horrors, sorry, coming up this Sunday on the GoreCast, myself and Gibbs are going to be sitting down where we're going to have some movies, where we're going to be talking about some of the craziest inventions in horror. You and I are going, what fucking movies are we talking about again? Hellraiser
Bloodlines.
Oh.
Kind of like
you didn't tell.
Oh, sorry.
Between the 2
Hellraiser, Bloodlines, Videodrome, and Chopping Mall, wasn't it?
What Videodrome?
What was the other one?
So, Buzz, what do you?
No, I can't remember.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
2 seconds, chat. Sorry. I thought I'd have that.
What's going on? While you guys are figuring this out, Bill said could call the ratings gore bites and use a zombie bite mouth as a symbol instead of stars.
Sorry.
And then Kate says, I back that, to be honest. Stars is very overused.
Yeah, we don't
what
like
the
stars.
hell was the other film that I watched on Sunday?
I don't know.
Neither do I, and that's the problem.
Hey, Buzz, I watched both fucking When a Stranger Calls.
I'm sorry, they were not good.
I'm on a
Preview
Bloodlines,
for
Chopping
Tuesday.
Mall, and I obviously haven't got the 3rd one down yet. Fuck. What?
It was one of the films off your list.
It was one of the ones off my list.
We are in.
Okay.
Yeah.
God. No.
Get Out.
Oh yeah, because you haven't seen it. Yes, that's it. Yeah. So there we go. Whoo. We're
now I've seen it.
Get Out. It wasn't on.
Get Out?
Get Out's on the. No.
The Inventions
Oh
list.
yeah. No. Oh.
Was that the Possession
No, 'cause
one that you were talking
technically
about?
Get Out isn't.
Or the
Because Get Out
Curse?
isn't in that episode.
No, I
Give
don't
me
know.
1 second.
Because there's Get Out. Are you talking about two other ones?
Lists.
Us?
So, chat, how you doing tonight? Sit and rap with Buzz for here a second, and
Yeah, so no, we got people.
been
Let's
beautiful
see.
shoot. Thursday.
Katie said trailer for Possessor looked good.
And then she said, "We're stars," like that '80s hair band metal song.
Right.
It was definitely Get Out that was on the list.
We're stars.
Well, I'll put it this way: have you watched Get Out?
I have
as
now.
in since last Sunday, or before last Sunday.
Not before last Sunday. I watched it Sunday
for the show. Well, then it was probably Get Out. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because
that was an ordeal.
Yeah, that was probably an error on my part. Because it technically shouldn't be on that, but now that you've watched it, that's fine. Yeah, so it's going to be it's going to be chopping. It's going to be chopping while Hellraiser Bloodline and Get Out this Sunday, and also over on American Horrors on Sunday night. Myself and kids are going to be getting fully in depth as we do a fucking top 10 where we discuss some of the craziest fucking inventions in horror. 8:30 p.m. CST, whatever that equates to is GMTs, only on American Horrors. And before I show you a very funny trailer for that, where I do some experiments with Giz, just to remind everybody, if you haven't done it while you've been here before, there's oh yeah, of course that doesn't work. If you haven't done it while you've been here before, there's a subscribe button. So if you'd hit that, that'd be really good. And after you hit the subscribe button, if you do if you do enjoy hearing all of us talking random shit on Thursdays and Wednesdays and Sundays, and a little bit more on a Sunday over in American Horrors, you should also hit that bell icon, because from what I understand, that lets you know, supposedly, unless you're Katie, when we go live. And also me, because I am pretty sure I'm subscribed to my own channel, but I never get told when I'm live.
I think it's any of us that are Irish, to be perfectly honest.
I think it's an Irish thing that
I don't get notifications either.
Look, if
YouTube's racist.
If you tell them when it's going live, they're going to show up 20 minutes late anyway. You might as well just fucking let them. Irish.
Wrong. Some of us are very punctual.
Some.
We're stars.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Anyway, from myself, Giz, Buzz, and Carter, we'll catch you all next week or during the weekend, where we're going to be talking about some other sort of mad horror bollocks. GoreCast out. Trailer time.
Tighten the capacitors. Hold on. Okay, we gotta get rid of your blood. Just a little bit. Hey, how are you? Oh, you're just the guy I was looking to see. Why? I've been working on this new way of boosting productivity within the GoreCast. I needed to do some tests with you, if that's okay. Yeah, sure, I guess. First one's an eye exam. Man, I can barely see out those. It'll be fine, don't worry about it. Right. Yeah, so if you just stand here. Okay. Perfect. And I will be back in just a sec. Go over here. If you could, very nicely and very easily push your left hand over your eye for me, please, and read out the letters that are on the board. That would be great. Thanks. 8 T Q. Yeah, so I think that's an O. Mm-hmm. Okay, that one's a Q. That's definitely 100% a Q. Oh, Q. Very interesting. Good data, yeah. I think that's a T. Yeah, that's T. Yeah. 8. Got it. I think it's 8. Yeah, okay, that's definitely a Y. Okay, that'll do. I need you to sit down here now. Make sure you take your good hop up on there. Alright. What the hell is that? It's to do with the productivity experiment. What the fuck does sticking a probe up my arse have to do with boosting productivity? I didn't stick a probe up your ass, you mad thing. It's a rocket. It's completing everything. See? You wind it up. That primes it, and then you just hit the button and wait. Work harder. Anyway, gives me a good idea for an episode. Join myself for the kids this Sunday, 8:30 p.m. CST, whatever that equates to is GMT's Onion American Horrors, where we're going to be talking about mad scientists, crazy vampires, demon underlords, and everything, as myself and kids discuss the craziest inventions in horror.
Don't forget, if you enjoy our Madcap GoreCast horror hijinks, we stream 3 nights a week over on YouTube, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, where you can see a little bit of this. Turd spoon, god damn, I knew there was something I wanted to bring up in the... God damn, I don't know what a fucking turd spoon is, but I'm mad to...
Yeah, it's pretty in-depth.
Most definitely some of this.
With a new 2009 twist. She pulls out of her vagina.
I'll give it to her though, because like, you know how like magicians kind of like do something and they pause dramatically? She took that dramatic pause.
And occasionally some of this.
Our favorite Halloween movies.
What's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back here to the GoreCast. Yeah, okay, I'm here. Come back.